Before I say any of this, I just want to say I am by no means a financial expert in any way, shape, or form. It's just what I've been thinking about on my own. So I'll try to be concise, or as concise as I can be when I speak about this. Where to begin? Because of certain things that have happened recently, people haven't been working, so they've been getting paid to stay at home. But the problem is, where's the money coming from? The government's been printing out, extra money to pay them. But it's not free money, it has to be paid back. So who's going to pay it back? Well, we are. This is why, prices are going up in shops and things like that. If you, with fuel, for example, they're sanctioning Russia, but the fuel comes from Russia. Most of Europe's fuel comes from Russia, so that's your lights and that's your petrol for your car and your heating and all that stuff. But it's not only your petrol, is it? The shops that deliver the food, they have trucks and vans that they need petrol putting into them as well. Think about it that way. So if they're paying more for their fuel, that means you're paying more for your food. It's a tax on the poor. And if you think about, they want these green taxes, well, again, the shops are going to be paying more, which means your food's going to cost more. It's only obvious, really, when you think about it. Whether you believe in man-made climate change or not, I'm not getting into that in this video. No, I'm not getting into that into this video. You still got to pay for it. And people haven't been working. Things haven't been being produced. So, obviously that's going to cause problems with supply chains because of this virus. Well, I'm not getting into that either because I'll get in trouble with our overlords in Silicon Valley. But just think about it though. If things aren't being produced, the people aren't working, things are going to cost more because they're going to be more scarce. We're on what's the word? Our economy runs off how easy it is to get things, doesn't it? So, that all put together, that's why your prices are going up, that's why your gas and electric is going up, that's why it's going to cost more to put petrol into your car. I think it's worse in America, but, with Joe, his money machine's definitely been going brrrr, printing out extra money, but so has ours. And that's why prices are going up. And I also like to just nip over onto this other thing. People think the NHS is free. It's not free. It's paid for by way of taxes. If it's paid for by way of taxes, it's not free. Yet I still have to pay for my prescription. I only work part-time because it's all I can get. But there's people who are on the dole, they don't have to pay anything. They get their prescriptions for free. Why should they get their prescriptions for free but I have to pay? I work in the only job I could get. And there's other people in my position as well. It's not fair. They're essentially being paid to vote for Labour, as far as I can see. It's not right. If somebody's ill, fair enough. If somebody's got a really bad illness, then help them. I'm not against that. But I only get almost minimum, just a bit more than minimum wage. Yet I am required to pay for my prescription. How is that fair? I'm not much better off working than somebody who signs on. But I have to pay and they don't. Can somebody explain to me why that's fair? Because I don't think it's fair. Luckily, I don't go to the doctors much. I prefer to take care of myself as much as I can. But anyway, I just don't think it's fair. But at the same time, if somebody is very, very ill, I don't begrudge them help with that, obviously. Well, it's not obvious, but I don't, anyway. I wanted to make one more point before I ended the video. What was it? Minimum wage. Minimum wage is stupid. Minimum wage assumes everybody has the same needs. That's not true. Somebody who's got 4 or 5 kids obviously needs more money than somebody who's single and has no kids. Just think about it. So it doesn't make any sense. And if you force employers to have a minimum wage, all that ends up doing is punishing smaller businesses. that can't afford to do it. Like your supermarkets can afford to pay everybody minimum wage, but somebody who's running like a smaller, we'll say a freezer shop, like if they say, right, well, it was the minimum wage was £10. I'm not saying it is, but they said it is, and now it's going up to 15, and they employ 3 people. Well, one of them people is going to get the push because they're going to have to adjust for what they're paying out. Anyway, I don't know if any of this makes sense. It makes sense to me. Somebody's inevitably going to lose their job because of minimum wage, and if you extrapolate that out further to the whole of the country, that's a lot of people losing their jobs, and it just doesn't seem fair to me. Your wage should be between you and your employer, not between you, your employer, and the government. I think that's basically all I have to say. Anyway, if anybody wants to pick apart any of these points I've made, then please do, and we can have a conversation about it in the comment section. But like I said, I'm not an expert. These are just things that I've been thinking about. I've watched other people online talk about this stuff as well, so some of it has come from some of the people that I watch online. But anyway, tell me what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now.